Hello, my name is Yule and I'll be briefly sharing my experience on a mission trip that I recently went on. This month, I had the privilege of going on a mission trip to a country called Nicaragua with my mission team in Vaughan Community Church. Nicaragua is a small country located in Central America, and it is very poor and it is the second poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, and therefore is very underdeveloped. This is Nicaragua. The goal of our team was to go to high school and elementary schools and teach them English, and also do summer church camps at various churches. Although I was quite nervous about going, as my team of 9 people got closer to one another, I started to get excited to see what amazing things God has in plan for us to experience on our mission trip. Prior to arriving, I was worried that we would not be welcomed by the kids. Because it is a Spanish-speaking country, I was scared the language barrier would be too big and that the kids would not be interested in getting close with us. Because that's just how elementary and high school kids behave in Canada. However, as soon as we arrived, we were met with nothing but smiles from every single student. They were so unbelievably happy and grateful to have met us. Our English classes were filled with laughter and smiles, and the kids actually went out of their way to teach us Spanish, and I think we learned as much Spanish as they did English. One thing that took me away was how grateful every student was. For example, when I would say that they could keep the pencils that we gave for them, they would be so unbelievably happy. We also gave them lunch every single day, and although they should have been starving, they didn't seem to finish their food. When I asked why, they said they weren't hungry, but when I asked a missionary who lives in Nicaragua, he stated that it's because they bring it home and share it with their families, and it's sometimes the only meal of the day for them. This was so heartbreaking, and it made me realize just how much I take for granted back at home. It made me reflect my life back in Canada, seeing how much happier the poorer people of Nicaragua are those in Canada. It made me realize that I maybe have been chasing the wrong things, such as money, rather than things that actually matter. On the very last day of teaching, my favorite student named Louise, who was 14 years old and was very shy on the first day, came up to me and started crying, saying he would miss me. That's him crying and hugging me on the last day. It really surprised me how much we meant to the kids in just a couple of days of getting to know them. So instead of saying bye or adios in Spanish, they all said hasta pronto, meaning see you soon in English. And I really do hope I get to see them again soon. Each one of their smiles really felt like they lit up the room. During the mission trip, I also got the opportunity to go sightseeing after finishing the teaching material after every single day. We would go around different tourist attractions, and I never would have guessed how beautiful of a country Nicaragua really is. The active volcanoes to the vast oceans were so breathtaking. The country really did feel like heaven on earth. Not only that, but every local citizen we would interact with would welcome us with so much love. Funnily enough, I never would have guessed how big Korean culture was there. Because my whole team was Korean, when we would walk around the streets, people would always ask if we were Korean, and ask to take pictures not only with us, but also just of us. This is one of the times when we went to go look at a volcano, and a school bus filled with kids were all banging on the windows, smiling, asking if we were a Korean pop boy band, and I thought that was very funny. Anyways, I'm very grateful to have gotten close to so many people during the mission trip. There was a Korean missionary who helped us, and he used to live in Toronto, but now has moved to Nicaragua to work as a full-time missionary. There was the bus driver and his son who really helped us out, as well as the 4 native Nicaraguan translators who are all our age, who we have become very close friends with. Talking to all of them and hearing their stories made me realize just how completely different of a life they have lived from me. The bus driver's son in particular, his name is Nestor, whom we got close with, is a very smart guy and actually has 4 university degrees. And he is also a professional soccer player and played on the national team of Nicaragua. He was on track to become very successful, but he went and joined a protest to protest a government that was very anti-USA in 2018. However, the owner of his soccer team was actually the son of the president, and it was known that the son of the president was actively sending out people to kill the bus driver's son, whom we have become close friends with. So then he got fired from his job and had to flee the country for a couple of years without his family knowing. It's heartbreaking stories like this that made me realize that I've been living such a comfortable life compared to all of them. Although the trip was very physically exhausting, especially in the extreme heat, it was the most fruitful 10 days of my life, and I have learned so many things that I will remember forever. A country that I have never even thought about prior to the mission trip was a country where God was still very much active. He was always there looking out for his people. On that trip, I really felt his love through all the smiles and hugs of the children. I think it was through the empowerment of God that my team was able to push through the whole 10 days without any harm and having felt his presence throughout the trip. As my team was landing into the Toronto airport, we really wished we had a little bit more time and all wanted to go back for a little while longer. So until I go back on another mission trip, wherever God plans to send me, I vow to not take my blessings for granted and to show the same love God has shown me throughout my life to those around me. I thank you all for praying for me and my team. It was through your prayers that me and my team were able to encounter God in such a powerful and beautiful way. So before I leave, I want to share a Bible verse that helped me throughout my mission trip. It's from Isaiah 41, verse 39. But those who trust in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on the wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and not faint. So before I go back down, I wanted to sing you guys a song that we sang to the churches back in Nicaragua in Spanish, but I'll be singing it in English today. It's called How Great Is Our God. Please feel free to sing with me. Splendor of the King, golden majesty, let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide, and trembles at his voice, and trembles at his voice. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And all will see how great, how great is our God. Let's sing together, age to age. Age to age he stands, and time is in his hands. Beginning and the end, beginning and the end. God had three in one. Father, Spirit, and Son. The Lion and the Lamb, the Lion and the Lamb. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? And all will see how great, how great is our God. Name above all names. You are name above all names, worthy of all praise, and my heart will sing, how great is our God. You're the name above all names, worthy great is our God. How great. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all will see